What's up, guys? It's Mike.
It's Dan.
It's the weirdest government warning ever.
This is basically, it's really strange because this is how like the Chinese government educates people.
Yeah.
And they do it in this really like in the US, like when you go to the workplace, right, you'll see a lot of stuff that's like, you know, beware of harassment, this and that, but that's it. There's a notice. But the Chinese government took it basically like 1 or 2 or 5 steps further,
right,
by creating a cartoon.
Right, they've posted this to their civil workers, warning them of possible good-looking white guys who might turn out to be spies. So this is some James Bond stuff right here.
And I didn't realize, but when you said James Bond, there was like an epiphany bulb, right? Because I was fooled by the cartoon at first. Because I see this red-headed, dorky-looking guy. I'm like, okay, beware of this guy?
Yeah.
But when you said James Bond, I'm like, oh yeah, this is kind of like what James Bond would do.
Right.
Right? Handsome guy trying to get information from this girl.
So I mean, this is again posted to all the civil workers in China, warning them of this like very specific scenario. Let's go over this really quick. So here's the cartoon. This guy is at a dinner party and he's like, "Hey, I'm David."
David. That's the name. That's
basically
that's
pretty
the
white
whitest
name.
name
You know,
they picked,
like,
yeah.
Steve Smith. How about that? I'm a researcher. Blah blah blah. I'd love to meet everyone and talk with you all. Then he picks out the lovely, whoever her name is, random girl X, and then he's like, "Hey, let's all introduce ourselves. How about you?" And he calls her by a very specific term, menu, which in Chinese is beautiful.
Right.
So you don't usually, it's like it's really weird to hear that from like a foreigner.
Yeah.
But like people say it.
But I'm sure it's flattering.
Yeah, it's flattering.
She's like, woo.
How about let's start with so here's some serious. Let me try to imitate David here.
Yeah.
It's like, "Hey guys, let's all go around and introduce ourselves. Let's start with you, beautiful."
that's basically what he did. Okay, so and she has a name. They call her Xiao Li.
Okay, Xiao Li. All right.
Okay,
And
so
then next,
this is where it starts, guys. The wooing, the whining and dining. So David now is taking Xiao Li out, and look at this dinner table. He's littered the table with gifts upon gifts. There's flowers, there's rings, there's necklaces.
He might have just proposed to her. I'm not sure. That looks like a ring box right there.
Seriously, like you just met the girl.
Yeah. Well, we don't know how long time has passed, but it does say that right after the gathering, this is the next step.
Yeah.
So next step is apparently engagement rings and necklaces and like flowers. And here's what he says to her. Here's the closing line. Look at her face. Look how flattered she is by this one line that he says, which he got off a movie. He says, "I loved you from the moment I first laid eyes on you." That's some Jerry Maguire stuff.
Yo, of course you would fall for that because Asians love like the cheesiness of K-drama. So they're like, so at this point, I'm thinking she thinks that this is the perfect, like she just hit the jackpot.
Yeah.
Awesome guy wooing her.
Yeah, there's a thought bubble. Here's what she's thinking. And I have a problem with this. So she's thinking, oh, there's a handsome, romantic, successful foreign boyfriend. That's not bad.
So all her dreams are basically coming true right now.
I have a problem with that. I'll tell you this right now. What is it with like, why is foreign a part of that? I mean, I agree with all the rest. That's fine. Why can't it be like, oh, there's a handsome, romantic, successful guy?
Right.
Why does that have to be successful foreigner guy?
It's almost as if like this is something that they're all like, this is like the exoticness of like Western guys.
Chinese girls. Or all Asian girls, tell me in the comments, tell me, please help me understand. Is this a like a big thing for you?
This could be the reverse like yellow fever.
Yeah,
right. The Asian girls having white fever.
I mean that we know that's like a lot of those cases
it's a thing.
do happen.
No, it's a thing. I'm gonna say it right now. It's a thing. So, anyways,
why is that the thing?
I thought it was
What's
mostly
wrong with us Asians? Like, why do you have to put all that in there? Like, geez. I don't
well,
understand. I'm hurt.
Maybe we're not as romantic as David here. But dude, now this is where the government is now like saying, now you gotta watch out for this part right here.
Yeah. So David's basically asking her for some documents to look at, and he's like, I'm just a researcher, whatever.
Which is the perfect cover, because he's like, look, I need you to help me write a research paper. Give me all your internal documents I can use for reference.
Yeah. So then she's like, okay,
Here it is. Now this is basically what happens next.
Yeah, then she gets ghosted.
Ghosted! The guy disappears after he gets the stuff.
That's what James Bond does, right?
That's
James
what
Bond does ghost people.
Well, James Bond also just like murders.
Actually, James Bond has a perfect out.
Okay.
Every girl that he ever sleeps with,
Right.
dies. Right? Don't they
No,
die?
they don't die. He saves them at the end.
No, like the main one. But I'm saying like
the side
other
ones? Yeah.
They all die.
Well, also
like one of them turns into gold or something. Like.
Also, a lot of them are also like counter spies. But in this case, this is like an innocent girl. She's like, oh my, she thought she just met the love of her life. She's heartbroken now. She can't find him. And of course, she has no idea what's going on until the cops show up at her door, arrest her, and basically is like, your David is a spy.
Yeah.
And you just basically committed treason. So you're going to suffer a lot of consequences.
Yeah. So, guys, watch out for that. I mean, if Chinese girls who are working in government buildings, if you see David, don't be seduced by that.
So this is all right. So this is basically what the cartoon is. So this is to me like this is so crazy on so many levels. First of all, just the whole warning in itself. Basically, the Chinese government is saying to only civil worker women, not to guys. They're basically saying, women, watch out for handsome Western romantic men that are trying to woo you.
I'll tell you this right now. This message should actually be for guys, because it's so much more likely that a beautiful woman would woo one of these like civil worker guys, Chinese guys who are like, you know, they're just like, oh my god, a beautiful girl's talking to me. That never happened before in my life.
You're totally right, dude. You're totally
yo,
right.
You want sensitive information? Like here's my hard drive. Like take whatever you want.
Yeah, I mean they could have literally just said like, in general, ladies and men, don't put out sensitive information. Like common sense. So basically, this is to me like they're also assuming that the workers have basically like no common sense and they need like a 40-year-old illustration to show them don't do this.
Yeah.
Like hello, like don't give out stuff. Period.
Yeah, but I'm just thinking, someone had to create this, right? Someone had to be in a meeting and be like, we need this because I'm thinking there's some good-looking white guys out there who's coming to seduce our civil working women. I'm thinking this is the thing, so we need this.
Do you think they went around the room and they were like, okay, tell us all your stories where Westerners try to woo you? And then they just collected all the stories.
Do you also think, this could be a conspiracy. The boss of this department could be like, yo, I really don't like it when the single workers like get hit on by white guys. So I'm gonna put this out.
It totally could be, man. I can totally see this happening. But I think this is on a national level though, right? There's a national security awareness day, and they put this out for it. It's just like totally ridiculous. Like if you saw a cartoon like this in the U.S., first of all, like there would be some backlash because people would be like, this is kind of like sexist, racist, all this kind of stuff. So only in China where you see this kind of stuff. And the other thing I want to point out is this actually happens in foreign countries where Asian women are spies of the government and they try to woo. This is a real thing. So it's kind of ironic that the Chinese government has put out a warning where Asian women abroad are.
Well, look, I mean, countries spy on each other. That's just a thing. But I'm just saying, like, I mean, let me ask you, how many James Bonds are there out there? Like in comparison, I mean, this is what I'm saying. The effectiveness of a Michelle Yeoh spy from China, beautiful woman, whatever, female spy, is much more effective than some dude. How many James Bonds are out there like that can just seduce like I'm just saying, putting this out there. Like you have 10 gorgeous guys, right? 10 gorgeous guys, let's say they try to seduce like 100 civil workers, women, right? Their success rate's probably like, I don't know, 70%. 70%.
Maybe lower than that.
Maybe, because not all girls respond the same way to every single guy. But if you have 10 beautiful women that are trying to like get information out of 100 civil workers, that's like 100%.
100%, dude. So I think you're absolutely right. Like the government is targeting the wrong demographic. They should really be going to their civil guy workers and being like, guys, don't fall for a beautiful woman. That's just a sad message. That's like, so finally I have a beautiful woman talking to me. And in the back of my mind, I'm like, wait, she could be a spy.
Yo, it happens all the time. Yo, here's the scenario, right? It happens all the time. Like, basically, don't you see this in all the TV shows and movies where the woman, at the end, the woman's like, you want to know why you fell for this? Ask yourself, why would a beautiful woman like me ever be interested in a guy like you? That happens all the time. Oh my god.
Dude.
Anyway, guys, let us know your thoughts on this story. Thank you all so much for watching. See ya.
Later.